officially recording for YouTube. Starting with the Pokemon Holiday Calendar. This is the 20th. And yes, YouTube, that means, as always, it's uploaded next day. So, I mean, it's good enough, right? My YouTube stuff's only like a day off now. Alrighty, it is a Journey Together fun pack. So it has just 3 cards in it. Let's see if it's anything new. I don't know if I'll even remember. There's a chance I'll just draw a blank. That's what I tend to do lately. My mind just blanks. Like, is it new? I don't know. Alright. We got Mr. Mime. I think he's a repeat. Sprigatito. Pretty sure that's a repeat. And a reverse hollow Volcarona. That might be new. Alrighty. So let's get playing the game. So, currently, since last time, we now have a Slowbro. Boop. Like, that's a thing on his tail. Alright, Venipede evolved twice. First into, Whirlipede, and then into Scolipede. Hippopotas is now Hippowdon. I can English. I finally noticed that Carvanha was a high enough level to become Sharpedo and evolved it. I don't remember if that happened last time or not. Probably not. The Gator Boy became Crocodile, finally. He's done. The Mole became an Excadrill, and it's done. Shuppet became Banette. That might have been it for that page. Numel became Camerupt. My shiny Flaffy. It was a shiny Mareep, now it's a shiny Flaffy. Noticeable thing about the Flaffy. You see, I don't know, it might show it in Pokédex actually. Let me check. So, okay, yeah, they're showing the shiny version. Oh, here we go. So, the regular version's it's like a darker pink, blue tail. Shiny version, lighter pink, green tail. Obviously, with the baby Mareep, it's a pink sheep instead of a yellow sheep. I think it's kind of cool. I like that you can kind of do that. I didn't notice, but it has them like all marked as new. Okay. I must have fought a Bayleaf and a Pignite at some point, because it tells me about them in the thing here. I don't even know. But yeah, they're telling me that I don't have those in my Pokédex, which I know that. But yeah, go ahead and get rid of all these little things telling me it's new, because it's not. Yep, see? Whirlipede. I had done it. And I never showed. This is what the sword first becomes, and then it becomes that. Just like, the best rep becomes that, then become that. So, got like all of these in here now. All the evolutions, the bunny stuff, the Shuppet to that. Obviously, this is going to be the final ice cream thing, working on it. And obviously that one's going to be Garchomp when he's done. And they got all these back-to-back that don't evolve. That will be this guy's other evolution once I get King's Rock. Once I get King's Rock, I can do the trade and I can get that. And that is a side mission that gives me King's Rock later on. Alright, this guy, I believe, has 2 evolutions, which will be these 2 things. If I remember correctly, which I'm pretty sure I do. And then this will evolve into that. I did evolve a Bulbasaur into Ivysaur before I realized I forgot to evolve Scraggy, as I'm smart. And obviously, after Bulbasaur's final evolution, these are Blastoise and Charizard. I don't know what that is. There is Furfrou in this game. Interesting. I'll get that later. Clauncher in the game. Fascinating. Yeah, I don't know if I ever showed Goodra. Sligo became Goodra. It was a Goomy. Okay, bunch of I don't knows. Obviously, these guys don't evolve. This is what's up about him. He's gonna evolve. I don't know if I ever showed his evolution. There it is. Well, what goes here? Oh, because I haven't got past that. No, seriously, what goes there? What? Hey, I got some question marks too there, game. What? Megaform? Oh. Why include that in the regular Pokédex? They have a Mega Evolution Pokédex. Come on, game. That's not very nice. I'm never gonna finish that Pokédex. That's what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna get far enough in her research to get the darn whatever it is. These stupid moves and these experience candies. And the darn Master Ball. Because I know there's gonna be something that can only be caught with the Master Ball. Probably Mewtwo. Just... Oh well. Back to zapping bunnies. So I can finish leveling up and evolving everything. Because everything takes forever. And it's never easy to find enough candies to evolve these guys. Run around, get the candies off the ground, get the candies off the rooftops. It's still not enough. I think I used them all. Yep. Oh, my golden boy still ain't high enough level to evolve yet. That's alright. I like my pink Gyarados. I'm still gonna do so much leveling. I forget what levels they change at, but definitely a lot to go. I do know Dragonair, it's at level 55. That's the only one I memorized. I was afraid to memorize more than that. Because, like, every time I look at what level they need, it's always such a high number. 20. Yeah, that's, like, the only one who does not have a high number. That's why I threw him in the team. I was like, he'll evolve, and then I can move on to, like, evolving other stuff. But, like, until then... Yeah, it's such a high number, like 48. He's 32. I mean, Vanillish to Vanillux, I think, is up there. Scraggy's also like 48, yeah. See, Vanillux, I think, is up there. It's in the 40s-ish. Tinamo is up there. It has 2 evolutions to go. 2 electric guys. Yeah, 40 and then the stone, yeah. It's just so ridiculous what high levels they require. Okay, I was right about my cards from the weird little fun pack for the holiday calendar. It looks like 2 of them are repeats for me. But the Reverse Hollow Volcarona was new, because I only had regular. Yay, I got an extra card. I don't know why they put those fun packs into the holiday calendar, other than to fill it with something besides full card packs. They're like, we already put like 4 full card packs in there, making it worth the $40. We gotta put something else in there. Here's a 3-card pack. Okay. Here's some stickers. I actually prefer the stickers. I would rather them put more stickers in there than these weird little 3-card packs. Because I always just get repeats from them. Yeah, I've played a lot of Pokemon over the years. The problem is, I've played the same Pokemon. Game Boy and Game Boy Advance. Like, I know, like, the original 151 and some of, like, the Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald series. That was also when I kind of quit watching the show. I'd watched the show up until Brock left. And they replaced him with the guy who takes photographs. What was his name? Tracy, I think. And I kind of quit paying attention to Pokemon. And then I picked the games back up by some miracle. And I just never learned all the new ones. So, like, look, I got the Pokemon Through the Years calendar. So yeah, I'd played yellow version on the Game Boy. And then I skipped over to Ruby. I played some of Fire Red. I never finished it. Because I got confused on where I was supposed to go. Which is kind of stupid because, like, looking at it now, I'm like, how did I not know where to go? Ruby's more confusing on where to go with all those ribbon contests. Let's see. I did not get any more games until White. I played Pokemon White, but I didn't finish it because I thought it was dumb. Well, mainly I thought the characters were dumb. I was like, oh, wait a minute. I don't have a rival. I have 2 friends. That's stupid. I'm done. I'll eventually beat it. Because I did like the starters. I just didn't like the game. I didn't like the evolution of Tepig either, though. That kind of... I do like Oshawott a lot, though, so I need to play it. I need to get back to it. My Oshawott baby. I have a little plush of him that's a change purse and a cuddly plush of him. So, and then yeah, and then the next one I played after that, I yet again skipped games. Probably not interested in them was the problem. I played X and Y. I finished X. I actually completely did the whole story, start to finish, roll credits. I kid you not, I got it day 1 and went to the game store that morning. I got both games, got the poster, and I played it nonstop. And I did not go to sleep until I beat it. Which was not smart, but I played through the entire storyline. Decided I loved Finnegan and its evolutions. And I finished it. And then I went back and decided to start catching the Pokemon. I was like, I need to catch the Pokemon. I've been just kind of running around, not paying a bunch of attention. I mean, I caught Pokemon that I came across, but I didn't hunt for any of them. So I looked up, like, what I was missing. Like, how many Pokemon are on this route? And I started learning about all the new fairy type, and I quickly learned I have zero clue on how to use a fairy Pokemon. I literally do not know how to use that Pokemon. At least not effectively. I promptly would get my butt kicked in any battle I use a fairy Pokemon in. And I quickly lost interest in X and Y because I was like, oh, that deer, which at that time was my favorite of the 2, I later on kind of looked at Yveltal and was like, you know what? Yveltal kind of looks like a wyvern. He's not as stupid anymore. He's no longer just some random dragon. But Xerneas is still a fairy deer that I have absolutely no clue how to use. I'd rather my legendaries be something I know how to use. I know how to use Mewtwo. He's psychic type. Psychic type is not hard to use. They have some really strong psychic moves that they can learn. where they just shoot these Psybeams or whatever you want to call it. I know Psybeam's one of the moves. I don't think it's the strongest. I am good. A little bored with the leveling, but it has to be done. Outside the Pokemons, I've been living the Pokemons. I don't know the outside of the Pokemons. I literally, my TV's on constantly, and I'm just like, slap the bunnies. Just keep smacking these rabbits. Eventually, I'll be done leveling up these Pokemon, and I'll have other life. If I could ever get this game done, ever get done leveling up these Pokemon in this game, I can move on with my life and play Shadow Labyrinth. I want to play Shadow Labyrinth. That's what I actually want to play. But no. These guys take forever to level up. Yeah, outside of that, like, because I'm one of those people that does all their Christmas stuff. All the shopping, all the wrapping, way before it needs to be done. So all that stuff's done. So I just been kind of just enjoying new Pokemon cards when I get them and trying to get these guys leveled up before I move on in the game. Because I'm like, oh, there's so many more to catch. And then this week, I got one new game, the remastered Anima Gate of Memories game. I never played it back when it first came out. I believe it was PlayStation 2 era. It's just back whenever RPGs were action RPGs. Or as I call it, it was not an RPG at all. You run around and smack stuff with your sword. I don't know why they called that RPGs. I'm still not sure why. I'm like, that's not really an RPG. What am I leveling up in that? I'm not sure anything is being progressively increased in those kind of games. I feel like an RPG has to have level gaining and like stats. Like this, you like gain levels and it changes the stats of the Pokemon. Digimon's the same way. Final Fantasy games, Dragon Quest games, those are RPGs. Anima, I'm not so sure. Anima's more like, what is this weird game? It looks fun, although the story is kind of stupid. It's one of those things. I'll enjoy it just because it's so goofy that I can't help myself. I like to enjoy games that don't make sense to enjoy. But of course, I also like to enjoy games that are like meant for children. Like, I intentionally enjoy the Detective Pikachu on the 3DS that everybody's like, yeah, this game is for toddlers. A Mordheim campaign? I think I've seen it what Mordheim is advertised, but it's one of those things where I was like, I don't know that I'd be into it. I prefer to play games that I can just kind of blaze through without thinking too hard. Yeah. That's what I thought. One of the more games from the 90s. Like, I never played any of them. They all looked cool, but my problem is they would expect me to think. I'm like, oh man. It's one of the reasons I haven't touched Final Fantasy Tactics. I'm like, I have the game. And the newest one is probably the best version of it. But it's hard. Yeah, I used to do like Yu-Gi-Oh cards in person. That was the game we settled on. Me and my friends back like early 2000s. We looked at different things. We looked at like board games and we looked at card games. We looked at what we owned versus what we would have to buy. A lot of them had Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I was the one who had Pokemon cards. I was the Pokemon one. And they were like, yeah, I don't understand that card game. And I was like, you know what? I kind of don't either. The Yu-Gi-Oh card game is easier to understand, if that makes sense. I've always understood it better than the Pokemon one. Pokemon one, I'm like, it's easy, but it's hard. Because I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, we looked at all the board games and we was like, these look kind of hard. Because as much as we were all into, like, doing anything, like, artistic, we would definitely have been into painting miniatures, collecting them, and stuff like that. In fact, one of the group actually did own, this weird one. It was ninjas versus something. I think it was, like, ninjas versus zombies or something. It was something weird. And they had, like, all the miniatures for it. And I was like, okay. And then another person, they owned all the books for Dungeons and Dragons that were out at that time. Like, whatever that current edition was. And we were like, I don't know. It would be cool. But just the amount of setup and reading, we basically were lazy. We're like, I'm too lazy for that. Let's instead play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because, like, a lot of us watched the show and memorized the cards. Building up terrain, yeah. I know a lot of people, I remember there was, like, a YouTuber I watched that went over building terrain stuff, and there was another one I watched who did, they went ahead and recorded some of their sessions where they did that sort of thing. And they built, like, full-on maps and everything. And then, specifically for Dungeons and Dragons, I don't know if they did it for other board games, they created an online tool to create your own, like, easy-to-access digital mapping and stuff, where you could put terrain and figures down digitally to map out where stuff was. And a lot of people started using that, and I kind of lost interest because the interface was not as cool as the physical figures and terrains. I was like, yeah, I'm not watching that anymore. I personally don't have a lot of space to collect a lot of things, so I've instead stuck with Legos. Especially since there's, like, a lot that, especially lately, they've had a lot that are interesting to collect. Like, there was the Pokedex one, which you could have a Pikachu. I forget what the other ones are, because I got Pikachu on display in it. There's 3 other ones. I think it's just the starters. I want to say it's Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander. I could be wrong. And then, like, they have ones that are kind of, I'm going to call them video game based. They have, like, the Sonic sets with the loop-de-loop and the ring that he would hop through. And then there's, like, these ones I have. They look like little miniature arcade machines. And then I still ain't put it together, but there's the Game Boy one that came out. Oh, goodness. Woo! Sneezes. I haven't put that one together, but it's the Game Boy, and there's different screens to choose from. You can have the screen show. And then the main one that I've been putting together is the One Piece, Mary, whatever. What is it called? The Going Merry ship, the pirate, whatever. The Going Merry pirate ship is such a name. And it's also like a huge undertaking. It's like 10 bags of Lego pieces, over 1,000 pieces. I've got like halfway through it. I'm like, I need to work on that. And then I probably get distracted and do something else. Come on, take out the big bunny. What attacking me? What is your obsession? Goofy. Pokemon attack me instead of the Pokemon I have out. Hey, don't you hop away. Get your butt back here and be thumped on. Jeez. Alright. Yes, 2 experience kitties. Not sure if that makes up for using my last hyper potion, but sure, whatevs. Scraggy! Gain some experience, my friend. Because you have a long way to go. Kaiju Santa new lighting. Oh, man. I am not familiar with Kaiju Santa. I don't keep up with a lot of stuff. It's too hard. I do good to keep up with the Pokemon games, which I don't really, because I forget so much. I forget so much. I try to keep up with, like, what new games are coming out. Inflatable display. Interesting. I don't know anything about inflatable displays. By a Dairy Queen? Oh man, that's crazy. I'm doing good to just keep up with video games, which I need to work harder on. I end up spending so much time just leveling up Pokemon. And I'm like, I got so many games to play. New ones keep coming out. See what's coming out. See, just January alone, I know, the Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate, which means the Yuffie DLCs included, is coming out on Switch 2. And what was the other game that's coming out? It's a number 2. I've not even played number 1. Even though I own it. It's across the street from a giant Frosty. Oh goodness. That's crazy. I think it's Code Vein 2 that's coming out next month. I'm just like, ugh. Because that's not even touching all the games that I haven't got to that aren't even new. I got a bunch of the visual novels while they were on sale on Steam and on Switch. Both had sales at the same time for visual novels. Of all the things to have same time sales for. Like, oh. That's gonna take several hours. Think. Oh man. Yeah, and then let's see. If I remember correctly, The mail said it'll be Friday that they deliver the next set of games I had ordered. I don't think there's a single new one amongst them. I think it was just games that were on sale. I actually could probably look it up. Let's see. Square Enix advertising the game. Yeah. I knew Final Fantasy 7 Remake Intergrade's coming out on Switch too. Where is it? VGP. Video Games Plus. Come on. I have to get past, like, all the digital purchases I bought. Oh my goodness. Okay, yep. On my way. Let's see. Yeah, they're all games I never got. I didn't have a physical copy of Steins Gate Elite, so I figured I should order that while it's on sale. I never got the Saviors of Sapphire Wings or Stranger Sword City Revisited on the Switch. And since the double pack is available physically, and it was on sale for way cheaper than what it goes for on the eShop when I got that, and I got Root Double Before Crimes After Days Extended Edition on the Switch, which is a visual novel. Just like Steins Gate is. Steins Gate and the Root Days are both visual novels. The other one, well, one's actually, because it's two of them. The double pack is RPGs. But those are just the physical games coming. That's not even touching on pre-orders. So what comes out next month that I already paid for besides the Final Fantasy game? I know there was other stuff. I just cannot remember. I think it's the Kimco. Yeah, Kimco RPG Selection Volume 3 or something like that. I think I bought that with the... Yeah, I'm pretty sure I ordered at the same time a game that comes out in February. The Yakuza 3 Dark Ties Switch 2 game. Because if I'm going to play the Yakuza series, I might as well play all the new ones. Because I got Zero Director's Cut. I got the new Switch 2 of Kiwami and Kiwami 2. So might as well get 3 Dark Ties. I don't know why they keep adding, like, it's like the games have been out for how long? So the original, I think the original releases came out on, like, PlayStation 2 years ago. And then they re-released them, the Kiwamis. Yeah, that was PS4. And now they're re-releasing them again. I understand with, like, 3, 4, 5, and 6 never had remakes. They just got re-released in a collection pack. So they can use it. Just not sure what they're adding to the 2 Kiwami games or why. I got them anyway. I was like, oh, I don't want to miss any of the new storyline. Just like the difference between Yakuza 0 and Yakuza 0 Director's Cut, it just kind of implies that there's a few new scenes. Not a whole lot of new stuff because it's not that old. Not old enough for them to really add much to it, I don't think. But, you know, whatever. It's just kind of like this game. The DLC adds to the already available Mega Evolutions. I think they could have just had that be patched into the game. But I guess to make up for it, they made some extra side story content. And I'm not sure if it's worth full price. I feel like I'm going to wait until it goes on sale sometime. And then I'll get it. Because as interested as I am in the fact that I think the story's about butter, uh, I'm still gonna wait. I'm like, looks cool, but $30. I don't know. Especially since generally once I beat a game, it's kind of it. Like I still haven't got around to the DLC areas in what is it? Sword and Shield, yeah. Sword and Shield, I actually completed the Pokédex, hunted down specific shiny Pokemon in. Like, that one I went all the way with, got the DLC, and then kind of fell away from it. But, I mean, since this game makes it so weird to get the shiny charm, I don't know how I feel about the DLC. It's generally the only reason I get DLC is to give me an excuse to keep smacking Pokemon around and trying to hunt for the shiny forms. But to get the shiny charm in this one, you'd have to know somebody with a copy of the game, because how else are you gonna get the other starters, the Chikorita and the what is it? What is the other starter? Chikorita and Cyndaquil. Or something like that. Or no, was it Tepig? I don't know. It might have been Tepig. Whatever the fiery one was in this one. Obviously, I went with Totodile, so I can't remember. Oh, man. Because, like, I fully evolved my Totodile. But, yeah. It's kind of the problem with the starters. Like, to get the other ones, obviously, I still need to get... I also need to get Charmander and Squirtle, too. So, like... It's not possible to complete the Pokedex without knowing somebody else who has the game. And it wouldn't make sense to buy 2 copies of the exact same game for yourself. Like, that sort of trade works when it's 2 different versions, like Scarlet and Violet, Sword and Shield. It's not very fair whenever there isn't a alternate version. And it doesn't trade with Legends Arceus or whatever, which I thought it would since they're both Legends games. But now... So, I don't understand it. I don't know how they expect you to get them all. They literally expect you to know somebody who has the game. And it's like, I don't know. I'm not sure I know anybody who has the Switch 2 besides myself. A lot of people kind of held off on it. They're like, They're like, I'm still getting mileage on the Switch. Alright, have a good night. I'm just gonna keep hitting bunnies, try to level up. Oh, bunnies. There you are. Tasing the rabbits, yeah. Dragonair is very good at that zapping thing. Oh, man. I think Magikarp's almost ready to evolve. Yeah, it's at 19. Got one more level to go. Alright, just following over the city. Thanks, game. I know. Don't really care. I just want more of the bunnies to show up. They give a decent amount of experience. Oh, bunnies. Waiting for bunnies. Oh, excuse me. I don't know. I have a feeling that the Mega Lopunny is tied to the DLC, though. So I might end up getting the DLC if it ever goes on sale. I don't think I'm going to pay full price for it. I think I'm going to do what I did with Sword and Shield. Just wait till it's on sale. Then get it. Because it just... it's rough. I'd rather buy another game I don't own. Let's see. Come on, bunny. There you are. How are none of you shiny so? Stubborn rabbits. I don't know how many of these guys have beat up. But still ain't shiny. No matter how many of them I thump on. Not a shiny one. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Continue just leveling up off stream. Maybe actually finish leveling up. I don't know. I can try. I can definitely try. I will stream again tomorrow. Hopefully I've leveled up more by then. Time will tell. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.